How to treat pharyngitis naturally. Most commonly observed in the winter, pharyngitis is a bacterial infection, just like a cold. Inflammation of the pharynx can be treated naturally through remedies that you can make at home. In today's article, we'll tell you more about them. What you need to know about pharyngitis. The pharynx is a muscular organ located behind the nose and the mouth. It extends to the neck where it joins the esophagus and larynx. Your pharynx is a very important part of your anatomy because it directs air to your larynx and directs food to your esophagus. However, the air you breathe and the food you eat can inflame this area and cause pharyngitis. Some of its main symptoms include the following. Pain when swallowing, mild itching, mild cough, mucus secretions, feelings of dryness. When pharyngitis is acute, it's usually accompanied by a cold. Chronic pharyngitis typically appears in people who smoke or drink, who use their voice regularly, singers, sports announcers, public speakers, or who suffer from a deviated nasal septum or sinusitis. However, children between the ages of 5 and 15 are more prone to getting strep throat. This illness is contagious and more common in winter. It's caused by a group A bacterium, Streptococcus, and symptoms include white spots in the throat, fever, sore throat, redness in the tonsils, loss of appetite, difficulty swallowing. Home remedies for pharyngitis relief. Sore throats are common during the colder months. In most cases, no medical treatment is needed. Typically, it's sufficient to rest, drink warm teas, and get well. In the case of pharyngitis, doctors typically don't prescribe any medications unless they think there's a serious risk of infection. Prescription antibiotics usually have a small effect on the symptoms and duration of this condition. Therefore, we recommend the following natural treatments that may speed up your recovery. Today, we'll take a look at some of them. Thyme. Thyme is very effective thanks to its anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties. You can drink thyme tea or gargle with it several times a day. Ingredients. A cup of water, 250 milliliters, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 10 grams, 1 tablespoon of honey, 25 grams. Preparation. First, heat the water until it boils. Remove from heat and add the thyme. Then, cover and allow it to steep for 10 minutes. Strain the liquid and sweeten with honey. drink this tea as hot as possible. If you're gargling it, do not sweeten it. Whole grain barley. Ingredients: 1/4 cup of ground whole grain barley, 27 grams, 4 cups of water, 1 liter, 2 tablespoons of honey, 50 grams. Preparation: first, add the water and the barley to a saucepan. Then, heat until the water boils and simmer for 30 minutes. Remove from heat and strain the liquid. Add the honey and stir well. Gargle with this liquid several times a day. Apple cider vinegar. This useful ingredient has the ability to kill viruses and bacteria, making it ideal for strep throat. Plus, the healing and antibacterial properties of vinegar also stimulate your immune system to fight infection. Ingredients: 1 cup of water, 250 milliliters, 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 30 milliliters. Preparation: gargle with this 2 to 3 times a day. Don't swallow it. Sage. Treat and relieve the sore throat caused by pharyngitis. Ingredients: 1 cup of water, 250 milliliters, 2 tablespoons of sage leaves, 20 grams. Preparation: first, heat the water to a boil and add the sage leaves. Then, simmer for 15 minutes, remove from heat, and cover for 10 minutes. Strain the liquid. Then, when it has reached a comfortable temperature, gargle with it. Repeat this several times a day. Tomato. This treatment is not only effective in relieving the discomforts associated with pharyngitis. In addition, it also provides you with the nutrients you need to strengthen your immune system. We suggest you consume it on an empty stomach for a week. Ingredients: 2 tomatoes, 1/2 cup of water, 125 milliliters. Preparation: first, wash the tomatoes and quarter them. Then, remove the seeds and add them to the blender. Add water and process well. Drink immediately. See also, 6 tricks to strengthen your immune system. Cayenne pepper. Often used in the preparation of Asian and Indian dishes, cayenne pepper is an effective home remedy for strep throat. This spice is known for its strong flavor and the anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties thanks to a compound known as capsaicin. This helps eliminate any toxins that can cause infection. Ingredients: 3 cloves of garlic, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cayenne pepper, 2 grams, 1 tablespoon of honey, 25 grams. Preparation: first, cut the garlic cloves in half and remove the center, the germ. Then, crush them and place them in a bowl. Add the cayenne pepper and honey. Mix well and consume this on an empty stomach. Drink a cup of water immediately afterwards. Repeat this at noon and at night. Milk. Warm milk can be comforting at night when you're sick or it's cold out. It helps you fall asleep and can also contains plenty of vitamins. When you combine milk with antibacterial ingredients like honey or turmeric, the benefits are even greater. Ingredients: 1 cup of milk, 250 milliliters, 1 tablespoon of honey, 25 grams, or 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric, 5 grams. Preparation: heat the milk in a saucepan or in the microwave. Then, add the honey or turmeric and mix well. Drink this as warm as possible.